What's up, guys? FlamingVictini here, and we're back for the tiebreaker of semifinals of Snake Tour. We've got Cdumas versus Lycans. Lycans was subbed out. Lefties was subbed out for Lycans. We see Cdumas lead with a Latios, switches out to his Lando as Lycans goes for a U-turn, probably a Scarf Lando. Medicham comes in on the Lando, gonna Mega Evolve and go straight for an HJK on the Lando, not even clicking Ice Punch. It's actually an eject button Toxapex. Latios comes in, so he's gonna avoid taking. Oh, it's actually Mega Latios with Draco. It's probably EQ Psychic, because that's what I've seen ABR, or at least that's what Fuga used. And ABR is, of course, building a lot of the snare. Cdumas is on the Serpent, Bushmasters, and ABR builds for them. We see Bulu comes in on Tapu Koko, Lando comes in on Bulu, and U-turns on the Latios. I'm not really sure why he switched out Bulu for that. Bulu comes back in on the Koko as the Koko goes for Dazzling Gleam and it does absolutely nothing. That might be an Assault Vest Bulu, seeing how little that took. And it is Nature's Madness. Okay, so yeah, that probably is an Assault Vest Bulu. Let's see, the Bulu switches out to the Pex because it doesn't want to get burned. Mew goes for a Volt Switch and brings in the Medicham. And this is looking dangerous for Cdumas. He goes to his Lando and takes a big fat Ice Punch to the face. Okay, and this Grassy Terrain is also keeping this Medicham pretty decently healthy. So that's really, really nice for Lycans. If you click Thunder Punch on the Lando switch, and that would have been bad. The Medicham switches out for the Koko as he does catch the Toxapex. I guess he can't KO a KO with when he's -1. So Lycans is playing very nicely, very aggressively, but he's definitely getting the lead here, and I definitely like his matchup a lot. So yeah, I sort of started behind, so I'm sort of just narrating what happens. But what we basically saw in the beginning is that Lycans has got Lando and Tapu Koko. Scarf Lando to get some momentum, Tapu Koko also fast to get some momentum. Both of them are dangerous and force switches from Cdumas most of the time. And that Medicham, Cdumas basically has no switches to that. It seems like Toxapex is the only potential switch in. Magnezone comes in on a U-turn from the Koko, and the Medicham is back in. Now, this is dangerous. I think the Magnezone might be Choice Scarf. It is Choice Scarf! Oh my god! Yeah. I don't know why Lycans did not consider the Choice Scarf Magnezone. Under the Electric Terrain, it just OHKOs the Medicham. That was a really big mistake from Lycans. Really, really huge mistake. I'm not really sure why he made that play. ABR's team has been using Scarf Magnezone more and more, and it's just not something that you should discount, and I think that was really, really big mistake. I mean, I think Lycans had a very good shot of winning this game if he did not do that. The Lando comes in on the Magnezone. The Lando's going to click Rocks. Interesting. Scarf Rocks Lando. So he's going to allow Rocks from Cdumas' Lando. He's probably going to Ice Beam this Lando right here, and then maybe Defog later, but okay, so he lost his Medicham. Latios comes in, huh? Is it, what did, oh, it's a Volt Switch Mew. Okay, never mind. So I can understand that. Latios comes in to recover as the Mew's going to Volt Switch out. If you can see, now this Volt Turn thing has lost some of its appeal because the Rocks on Lycans' side. He definitely needs, there's no reasonable way for him to get up Rocks without letting Cdumas get up Rocks, unless he takes some time to kill the Lando with his own Scarf Lando, switches out, later comes back in and throws up Rocks. So Cdumas saving his Lando is definitely a nice move right there. And Lycans in the ideal position is going to be able to get up Rocks and get off Rocks on his side. Then I think he has a good chance. The Kartana definitely, though, is looking scary, because that Magnezone can trap the Celesteela, and after that Kartana just puts in a ton of work. I think it might be Scarf Kartana, just looking at Cdumas' team. Cdumas has Grassy Terrain Bulu plus that Kartana, which is pretty dangerous, and with the Magnezone to trap Celesteela, that can quickly get out of hand. Tapu Bulu does come in on a Dazzling Gleam from the Koko, and he switches out to his Toxapex right here as the Koko goes for a U-turn, so he didn't want to take more damage with his Bulu? I'm not really sure why. Lando comes in on the Pex, but Grassy Terrain is up, so the Pex can just stay in. I'm not really sure what that play was about. He just took some unnecessary damage on his Lando. The Pex does indeed go for a Scald, does not get the burn on Mew, and Mew basically heals that Scald damage back off. The Mew burns the Pex. Pex goes for a Toxic on the Mew. So Yeah, this is definitely looking really nice for Cdumas now. And I was hoping Lycans would win because I wanted to see ABR versus M Dragon, but this is already looking, yeah, pretty much over. Magnezone comes in on the Volt Switch. He's not going to take that much damage. He's going to push in the Lando and make the Lando take even more rocks. And yeah, this is just looking crispy for actually. Never mind. I think Lycans has some potential for danger with this Lando. While the rocks are up, his Lando is definitely dangerous because Cdumas can't switch in his Lando freely. If he sacks it, then Lycans gets a defog and rocks up later. He does go to his Kartana as the Lando goes straight for an EQ, so he does a nice chunk to that Kartana. He's going to go straight to his Celesteela as the Kartana goes for a safe Leaf Blade. Celesteela is in. The eject button on Pex is consumed, so the Celesteela is pretty safe to go for a Flamethrower. Because it's a Scarf Magnezone, it won't be able to O-code the Celesteela. And Lycans just needs to be careful not to lose to this Kartana. So he needs the Celesteela for the Magnezone. His Lando himself is looking very dangerous because it can put a lot of pressure on Cdumas' team when the grassy terrain is not up. The thing is, he only has about 60% pre-rocks, so he's only going to be able to come in about like 4 times-ish, maybe less than 4 times. So yeah, actually, he'll be able to come in 4 times while rocks are still up. So that's definitely potential to get about 4 kills. I don't think U-turn would KO the Tapu Bulu from the health it's at, so maybe like 3 kills while rocks are up with his Lando. He definitely wasted a switch in by going to Lando, then U-turning on the Pex. That was a poor play, and I think sacking that Medicham was just obviously a very, very poor play. Cdumas does sack his Lando right here to bring in the Magnezone on the Celesteela. Oh, this is looking dangerous. Celesteela goes for a Protect. Magnezone clicks Thunderbolt. If this is a specially defensive Celesteela, then this is going to bounce off, but that is not a specially defensive Celesteela. Celesteela goes for the Flamethrower, but the Magnezone is going to be able to KO this, and it looks like he's going to lose to Kartana. That's what it seems to me. So the Magnezone does go for the T-Bolt. If he had Leech Seeded and gotten the Protect, he might have been able to live. Might have been able to. But the Tapu Koko comes in. Okay, the Tapu Koko's looking okay, looking pretty dangerous. It does go for the T-Bolt, knocks out the zone. The thing is, Bulu can come in. He needs to. He can't let the grassy terrain be up. Like, the Kartana and grassy terrain is just going to completely wreck him. Kartana just comes straight in. Can it KO Tapu Koko with a Leaf Blade? Is it really that strong? It might be. I mean, Kartana is pretty strong, but I guess it could. It probably does. I mean, if he brought it in and it doesn't, that just makes no sense. But if that's the case, then what is Lycans? If it does KO, then I think Lycans' only play is to like go to Lando and sack it. And then once he goes Landos and sacks, I think he's got a tough time versus this. I mean, he'd have to heal up his Mew. I'm not really sure if he'd... I mean, all I'm gonna say is that sacking that Medi just wasn't worth. I think maybe if Lycans pulled a double with the Celesteela, that might have been good for him. If he pulled a double with it and saved his Celesteela, then he could have stopped it from getting trapped so soon. That would have helped. Definitely think he should have not wasted some health on his Lando, and just sacking that Medicham to that Magnezone was just such a poor play. Really, just such a poor play. He could have just harded to his Lando, and I think he would have been fine. He does go to his Lando now, so yeah, Leaf Blade probably does KO Tapu Koko from that range. Kartana gets a crit Leaf Blade, Beast Boost is going to neutralize its attack, and the Toxapex is going to come in, so he's not even going to be able to get to go to Mew and heal up. Plus the Mew is toxic, so yeah, and the Latios got burned, so now the Latios can't even be toxic by this Toxapex. And yeah, this is looking pretty over. Honestly, I don't see how Lycans can win this. legitimately don't see. Because he's never going to be able to beat Cdumas' Pex with his... Yeah, like, Latios is always going to force out Elcans' Pex. And if Pex isn't in, then that Kartana is just going to win. So, and yeah, it just takes a big fat Psychic to the face right there. It does recover, so it'll be decently healthy. It'll be basically back to full when it regens out. The Latios goes for another Psychic on the Mew. He can just go for a Draco. He does indeed go for a Draco. Elcans does not save. The Coco, he's gonna go Coco and probably click U-turn. But Cdumas does go to his Pex, yeah. And oh, it's Roost Coco. Okay, I think this is a chance. There's a chance now. Now there is a chance, yes. Okay, so Cdumas should have stayed in and just attacked that Coco and he would have won. So, Roost Coco. Oh, it's got a chance now. It's got a chance. And it might be Twinkle Tackle Coco. That might be it. Yeah, it might be Twinkle Tackle. It could also be Gigavolt, but I could very well see it being Twinkle Tackle. The problem here is that Cdumas has the ability to set up that grassy terrain. And grassy terrain... I think this is still lost, yeah. I think this is still lost. Because once he gets up that grassy terrain, Kartana just comes in and wins. Unless his Toxapex is able to... Yeah, he does go to his Bulu. Does he U-turn? Because if he doesn't U-turn, he's definitely lost. Oh, he's lost. He does go straight for the Gigavolt. Oh, wait. Oh, this is actually... No, this works, because if U-turn... Wait, no, he just lost. Okay. Wait, why did Kartana not come in? Huh? I'm so confused. Why did the Kartana not come in? Huh? I think Cdumas just threw the game. I think he just threw the game. Cdumas. Oh my god. What is going on? I can't believe it. And see, I thought Elcans' play had to be U-turn into his Pex. Because that way he has a chance of living a grassy terrain Leaf Blade from Kartana, does he? He goes straight for a Thebolt, okay. Pex goes for the Tox. Why did he go for a Gigavolt? I guess he just wanted that damage on Bulu. Isn't this... I feel like Cdumas still has a win. Still has a win here. I feel like he definitely still has a win. Oh yeah, he definitely still has a win right now here. I don't know what Elcans is trying to do. He's just lost. Now Kartana comes in and just Leaf Blades. Like, Elcans needed to, like, waste the grassy terrain turns. Yeah, I don't really understand that. He could have created a situation where Tapu Koko was at 76. I mean, how much does the Kartana do to Tapu Koko? Elcans, yeah, I mean, this was such a messily played game. They're saying GG before you even click, and just click the buttons and then say GG. Oh my god. I don't understand this. Okay, there's the Scarf Leaf Blade KOing the Koko, and that's the game. So, I'm just gonna calc, just to see what the hell was going on here. Kartana's Leaf Blade is 77 to 91, okay. Okay, fair enough. So, he needed to have a full health Koko. How much did Gleam do to the Bulu? It lives at grassy... Yeah, see, like... He had a chance to win if he, It's so stupid. I don't understand. Okay, let me check. Dazzling Gleam. How much did Bulu lose? 22. And Gigavolt. Gigavolt made it lose 26. Okay, and how much is Tapu Koko doing to a Tapu Bulu's U-turn? It's probably like 248. Gigavolt should be doing around 26. Yeah, Assault Vest. Oh my god, Assault Vest. Yep, okay. And U-turn doing about 13. So if he had just Dazzling Gleamed and then U-turned, he would have been able to kill the Bulu, go to his Pex, and the Kartana would have had 3 turns in Grassy Terrain. A Grassy Terrain Leaf Blade did about 68, so at least he'd have a chance to burn the Kartana. And if he burns the Kartana, he wins. So I feel like, and he would have been, would he have been healthy enough to, yeah, he would have been healthy enough to live any other hit. Yeah, so I think Elcans, what Elcans should have done is not Gigavolt Havoc the Toxapex, predicted the Bulu switch in, Dazzling Gleamed it, then U-turned it and gone to his Toxapex. That way if Cdumas goes to his Kartana, he has a 30% chance to get the burn on the Kartana, and if he gets that burn, then he wins. Otherwise, if Cdumas doesn't go straight to his Kartana, then that means that Elcans should just sack off the Pex, bring back in his Coco at 88, and get rid of the terrain, and be able to OHKO every single thing on Cdumas' team nowadays, the Gigavolt Havoc, and then he has a good chance of living that Leaf Blade from the Kartana. Now, I think Cdumas could have ensured his victory by not switching hard to Tapu Bulu, but instead, well, for one, he could have just stayed in with Latios and attacked the Coco so it could never roost up, and it'd always be in range of Kartana's Leaf Blade. But the other thing I think he could have done was that if he didn't go hard to Bulu, let's say he just sacks his Toxapex, then he can Bulu and just Horn Leech up and get healthy enough that the Tapu can never 2-hit KO it, and then he can just go Lati on that Pex and just Lil Kansas keep forced to double back into Coco, except Cdumas can just set up the terrain every single time, and eventually just win with Kartana under terrain. So I think that would have worked as well, but easily the best way for him to win would have been just to not switch out the Lati, and keep that Coco weak. But yeah, anyway, that's the game. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.